We Did in the Shadows. So you co-wrote that with Jermaine Clement.
Yeah.
What are the differences in co-writing? How does it work? How do you write with him? What's the process?
It's just slower. Wilder People took 10 years. This one took, we came up with the idea in 2005 and we shot it in 2012.
A lot happened in 2005.
Yeah. Oh, it was a good year. I'm really want to get. I've started, so I want to get them all out. You know, when you start with these things, you just got to do it. I wouldn't be able to sit here for the rest of the afternoon knowing that they weren't all taken out.
So a slow process.
Hang on.
I'm rushing the process. Sorry.
Yeah. No, we've got plenty of time. Yeah, nearly done. Oh, this feels so good. Satisfying. Last little bit. Okay, good. Yes. Okay. Didn't need an applause, but I accept it. That's a little triumph for me today. Put that in the coffee cup. So, what was the question? We're talking about the script. Yeah. So Jermaine and I came up with the idea in 2005, and I think we write together well, but it's excruciatingly slow. So we spent maybe 6 or 7 years writing that, and I don't even know why, because we didn't even show it to the cast. We didn't show the script to anyone other than the HODs, and because we improvised basically the whole film. We knew, like, going into a scene what we wanted to do, and so we'd get the cast in, and then we'd say, okay, so in this scene, so like one example, like Stu came in one day, and we said, oh, Stu, just lie down here in the grass, and we just started pouring blood all over him, and he was like, is my character dead? And so we didn't tell anyone really what was happening to their characters, just because we wanted it to really feel like a documentary. So people would say, here's the goal from the beginning of the scene to the end of the scene, you have to get this achieved. You have to, here's your mission, is to convince this person to do this, or, murder this person or something. And so, which was good. So every take was very different. And at the end of the filming, we had about 150 hours of footage that we had to get down to about 90 minutes. So it took 14 months to edit. So we were going through everything, and every take was completely different. And so we built the interior of the house, and we pre-lit everything so that we could go into any room we wanted. And we had 3 cameras running all the time. Sometimes we'd say, okay, we'll just stick with this character, and halfway through the scene, and most of the scenes were like 10-minute takes, 15-minute takes, and so halfway through a scene, maybe a character would go, fuck this, I'm out of here, and walk, and then the camera would follow them into their bedroom and just sit with them for a bit as they were sitting there fuming about something, and then they'd come back, so everything was very different, and there was a very different style different style of writing as well, where Jermaine and I were in New York for about 6 months, and we would meet up every day at about 2 p.m. at this cafe and have some avocado and toast, and then write like 2 sentences over 3 hours, and then look at it, and we'd just sit there in silence. This is how we write, sit there in silence, and then Jermaine would go, what if Stu turns into a werewolf? Okay. Okay, I'm going to go to dinner. See you later. And then we're just like, that was it. Or we'd send each other an email and it'd be like 1 sentence. Like, I was thinking maybe they go flying with Nick. Okay, cool. So it was really long. I don't recommend that.
In terms of getting it funded, then, if you didn't have a kind of physical completed script when you were shooting, is that correct?
We had a script. We had a good script.
Yeah.
The script was actually pretty good, but we just didn't show it to anyone. to this. I mean, we shot the script, but we would everyone else would have sides, and they'd have a version that they just wouldn't show the actors. Yeah. The actors just weren't allowed to see stuff.
And it was funded by the New Zealand Film?
They gave us a little bit of money, but it was also we had private funding. Private, which means I can't tell you where it came from. Yeah. They want to remain private. But that was really fun. It was a great way of shooting, and there's like I think a lot of people don't consider improvising to be part of the writing process, but I do think it is. Like I think if you're coming up with stuff and it's adding to the character or it's changing the story in some way, then I do think that that's writing, even though the actors don't get a credit for that.
And that's now developed into
A TV,
the TV show.
TV spin-off, yeah.
Yeah.
2 TV spin-offs. Yeah.
Yeah, not just one.
Yeah, one that follows the 2 cops, and that's sort of like a boring X-Files. Set in New Zealand with the 2 cops investigating paranormal events around Wellington. Yeah. Going to season 2. I mean, how long can you stretch that idea out for? And then the other one is a spin-off of Shadows, which is set in America with new vampires. But it's in the same universe where our characters would be in New Zealand at the same time. It's just different documentary crew following these guys around, and our characters may or may not come in to some of these episodes as well. But yeah, Matt Berry's in that, Natasia, Demetriou.
Is there more pressure on that then in terms of script, or is it still you and Jermaine, or are you doing writers?
I didn't really do any writing on that because I was doing some other stuff. But yeah, it's pretty similar. Jermaine's been doing most of the writing with a writing team, and I'm just going to go and direct some of them.